My car blew up. Um, I haven't made a video in a really long time, and I think that's something that I really dislike. Hold on, shit, my mic isn't even pointing at me. That was actually really bad. Let's restart that. My car blew up, guys. It was actually so like buns, it ruined. I'm here in. Actually, I won't tell you where because I don't want to dox myself. But I've said some really questionable things in this channel. I wouldn't want that to show up in front of my employer. But um, my car fucking blew up. That shit was so crazy, dude. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It was something about the cable management, yada yada yada, some shit like that, right? And what sucks about it is that I don't have a car anymore, which hurts because my car to me was the most like beautiful thing ever to me. Like that, like I nurtured that car. I lived for that car when the transmission started fucking up. Dude, it was terrible. It's still fucked up. You know what I mean? I didn't even fix it because I don't got no money. But like, you know what I mean? Like, as a poor man, you learn to love at an age like if you've never been poor, I don't think you can ever understand what love is. Like, I think love is directly tied into class and class struggle. And whenever I got my car, this is a 1998 Ford Ranger, and it blew up on me. And oh man, that was my first car ever, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Like that was like the most precious thing to me. If anybody else had driven it, they would probably tell you it was a piece of shit. Like the fucking engine would stall off for a little bit. Like if you left it running for like more than like 5 minutes, that bitch would just shut off like completely, like dead ass. It did not give a fuck. Like if you were standing, like, or if you were just chilling in the car, right, for like 5 minutes, that bitch will shut off on you. Like you're not using me, get the fuck out. Like if you're not gonna be using me, like what am I doing? And it would do that shit. That shit would be so annoying, especially at drive-throughs. Oh my god. But like, you know what I mean? The fucking ignition, whenever you had to like turn it, that bitch would be like stuck hard as fuck. Like it would like it was actually so terrible. What else? What else? What else? Um, Actually, I think that was pretty much it. Oh, well, the wires now that I know that the wires sucked. But before then, I didn't think much of it, if I'm being honest with you. But what sucks about this, right, is that that was something that I cared for. I nurtured that fucking truck. Whenever the starter broke on me, God, dude, that shit hurt me so bad because I depended so much on it. And there's this one philosopher. I don't remember who he is, but I remember that he lived in ancient Greece a long time ago during the time of Alexander the Great. And he was like a bum, homeless. Like he would do bullshit. Like he was actually like terrible. But a kid, I don't even know the story. I don't even know if I'm not able to teach you guys this, but a long time ago, some kid, I think he was like fishing or some shit, and then he had like a bowl or something. And then the guy, he knocked that shit off the top of the boy's head and said, "The fuck you need a bowl for if you're going fishing? You haven't even caught the fish and you're thinking about the bowl. Like what the fuck are you doing?" Like it was unnecessary, you know what I mean, at the time. If you get a fish, you're eating for yourself. You're eating for you yourself personally. The fuck you need a bowl for if you don't need the bowl? You know what I mean? You're thinking about the bowl when you should think about catching the fish. You know what I mean? And I think my truck is my bowl. I think for a really long time, I stressed myself out about getting a vehicle. And I think at the time, a vehicle was of importance to me in like the highest regards because I thought that like owning a vehicle was like the biggest step towards like inner independence. You know what I mean? Like yeah, you can vote, you can go to jail, you can do whatever the fuck, buy lottery tickets, smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, drink, you know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? If you don't have a vehicle, how exactly are you gonna get from point A to point B? It's kind of like a mental driver too. If you don't have this, you can't get to point B. How do you get there? You get a vehicle, bam. You know what I mean? it's a physical and literal representation of being able to do things on your own, right? By getting like something that can actually, it's so complex, it has so many intricate parts, it has so many different things that work together, but they all essentially work together to get you from point A to point B. And for a long time, my biggest goal was to get just to get a car. Like the car was like, oh my god, oh right. And I think that was because I had such a big, like, I wouldn't say ego, but it was definitely something in my head where I did not like the idea of asking for help. I think asking for help to me was something that was so like foreign, so fucking like you know what I mean? And I don't want to blame everything on like my like upbringing and like how I was raised. But there's a quote that my dad told me while I was in lunch. I mean, we were sitting, we had family dinners and whatnot, right? And I remember my dad going, "If you don't know how to do it yourself, nobody else is gonna help you do it." Now in my mature age, I know my dad was just saying bullshit, but that shit stuck with me for so long. Like, if he can't help me, bro, whenever I'm in the fucking mud, bro, and I need like help, who the fuck is gonna help me besides me? Right? And so I had this whole like really weird like mindset where I needed to do things based off of me. Like I needed to do that. Like if I didn't do it on my own, then I was a bum. Like I was a bitch. Like worried of everything I love. That shit hurt me so bad in like my like academic career just because I felt like, well, I'm not asking for help because if I'm asking for help, then that means I'm the fucking weakest link in the class, right? And that just stuck with me like so bad, like just like you can't ask for help, bro, what are you doing? But now in my mature age, I see that now. I see that you can't necessarily know everything. It's okay, you know what I mean? If you don't know everything, that's fine, but it's like, I don't know, it took me a really long time for me to really process that. Anyways, my truck's my bowl. That's what's going on, and it blew up. So my bowl's fucking broken. So now, um, I'm kind of living in this kind of like state of limbo, really, where it's like I do like, yeah, I'm getting help from like my roommate and whatever. Like he helps me get from place to place. We got like a whole system set up for whenever he's outside doing like other stuff for work, and I'm here doing the law. I'm doing like the office work and whatnot, right? So it's kind of like that. We have our whole thing figured out, but I think I was just thinking that like I've just never I've had a really bad issue with asking for help, especially when it comes to things that benefit me. And then whenever it like benefits anyone else, I'm like so quick to help them. But like me personally, I just can't accept that. Like fuck no. And I had a conversation with somebody about this the other day. It might have been like a couple months ago, but we had a conversation that was similar to this. So it's really just me regurgitating like what I learned from that conversation. But I don't know. I thought that was so cool. So cool of me to start thinking about my past in a way that it was like me actually retrospectively learning about it and shit. You know what I mean? It was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, my car blew up and now I've got like a lot of free time on my hands. So y'all let me know what y'all trying to see real shit, cause like I got a lot of free time now. I wanted, oh my God, I wanted to go see The Back Rooms. I wanted to go see the Scary Movie. And I also wanted to see what other movies came out. There was another movie that came out the other day that I was like, oh my God, I need to see that. Um, Scary Movie, Back Rooms, and I think it's I Love Boosters. Yeah, right? I Love Boosters, I think. Yeah. Well, I was I've been meaning to watch those three movies and I haven't gotten around to do it. And now that I don't have a car, um it's a lot harder because my roommate, like I have his keys. I could like go if I asked him right now, he would probably say yes. But again, that's also another part of me where I'm like, I'm already asking for too much. Like I don't want to keep pushing the boundaries. I feel like me getting the keys, like yes, I like, we work together, we got the help and whatever the fuck, we got it figured out. But there's always, I think, just gonna be like a simple part of my life where I'm never gonna like fully accept like unconditional help. Like, or like, I guess the idea of asking for things that like I know for a fact I get it, but it's just like I don't know, no. I get really in my head about things like that. But yeah, I really want to watch The Back Rooms. I've heard a couple things about it. I heard like the ending's bad or something. I'll be the judge of that whenever I see it. Scary movie, same kind of story. I've heard that the jokes aren't as funny as when they used to be, and like that the jokes kind of feel dated, or more so the actors and like the Wayans brothers are a little bit dated in this new one, and that I Love Boosters is a really good movie. So I'm probably gonna watch that. It has some like deeper meaning behind it. Oh my god, I finished The Sopranos. Holy shit. Guys, I finished The Sopranos. That was like dead ass, like a top 10, top 5 show. Top 5 show I've ever seen. And here's my explanation. Yes, it's good. You know what I mean? It's as good as people say it was. However, I don't think that it clicked to me how good the show was until this season, until season 6. Season 6 is what really separates this show from like the rest. Like season 6, the whole dream sequence. I'll put it like that. If you, I don't want to spoil it. I know it's like it came out like fucking 20. Spoiler alert. So whenever Anthony he gets shot, right? Whenever he gets shot and he goes into the coma, I think that entire sequence is just so fucking awesome. Like that's like one of my favorite episodes of the show. That one. A lot of the episodes with Anthony Jr. I thought they were pretty good. Like people hate fucking Is that not his name, Anthony Jr.? Do they just call him Junior? No, because Junior's the uncle. What else do they call him? Well, anyways, hit, a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people call him a bitch. A lot of people say this, that, and the other. Y'all aren't really necessarily understanding this fucking deeper level shit. This whole like existential crisis and like his whole like emo whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? That is like directly based off of like how it is like or like how the whole mood and ambiance of like mob movies are. It's like they're so like far up their ass where it's kind of depressing watching it because there's not necessarily any redeemable qualities, so it's like really depressing. And Anthony Jr. is a reflection of Tony's actions himself, of what he does in his everyday life. Like Anthony Jr. was neglected throughout the entire show. Of course he's gonna be fucking depressed like asshole. Like duh, you know what I mean? His mom, any chance she could get to blame him, she would blame him. His fucking mistakes were counted like a lot higher than Meadows. Meadow got a girl overdosed at a party at her grandma's house, and that shit got forgiven like that, dude. And she came up with the terms of her forgiveness. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's actually crazy how people don't like Anthony Jr.'s character. I think he's very fascinating. I think he's one of the better characters in the entire show. Um, Top characters: Dr. Melfi. She's great. I'm gonna say Carmela. Carmela is a great character. I've always loved the Carmela subplots. Tony's great too. Chrissy, and I think one of my favorite characters on top of that would probably be Paulie. I think Paulie's a funny ass guy, dude. Anytime Paulie would make a joke, I'd laugh. I think I kind of have that kind of humor where I just laugh at bullshit. And Paulie is like 80% bullshit. Like he doesn't take anything seriously. So a lot of his like jokes would land with me, even though they're not fucking funny at all. I think one of the funniest jokes I've heard is whenever he goes it's not even Paulie saying the joke, it's Tony. This is whenever Artie he gets divorced from his wife, and he's telling Tony about the child support, and then Tony kind of looks at him. You're my bartender. Like I'm supposed to be telling you about my problems. Like what the fuck? But yeah, that was a pretty funny. That was the funniest shit I've ever saw. But yeah, uh, The Sopranos definitely a top 5 show. I'm actually so sad. I have nothing else. I dedicated my whole month to watching The Sopranos, and now I have nothing left. So that's pretty sad. Y'all let me know some shows that are good. Don't be sending me bullshit. I'm not watching bullshit shows. Like send me some high quality definition shit that's actually gonna rock my world. Cause I feel like I've come off of a high and I need something to like stimulate my brain. I can't have some bullshit playing like The Office or like Parks and Rec. Like shows like that where it's like the show's like 60% bullshit and like 40% plot. Like I don't like I'm trying to like well, to be honest, to be fair, I feel like I'm just chasing that high. I'm chasing the high. And it's gonna take me a long ass time before I get that high back again. It's kind of the same thing whenever I finished watching Breaking Bad and I stopped and then after Breaking Bad I went straight into Better Call Saul. So I went from like really good to like peak. And then after Better Call Saul, I was like kind of in like a state of limbo where I was just kind of watching shows, but it was also like I just didn't care for the show, like the show medium. Like I just didn't care for it anymore. Like yeah, there were like some shows that would grab my attention, like The Boys or Invincible or what was the other one? Fuck, Fallout. What else are some other shows? I don't. But you get what I mean. I'd watch shows like that, or I'd watch like, or I'd rewatch animes, or maybe new seasons of animes too. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, whenever the new season came out. But I think during that time after Better Call Saul, I was just focusing on like movies and film as a media, or as a medium. Sorry. So I think right now it's probably gonna be the same thing, or maybe I'll like do something else. You know what I mean? Like fall into a different type of art or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't fucking know. I ramble. But yeah, that's been my my life recently. So yeah, shout out you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.